Oh, what better way to follow it than with his wonderful wife, Nancy Calkins. Nancy taught art at Rodnicki School in the Indian Springs District 109 in Justice, Illinois for 40 years. She taught different disciplines of art, including drawing and painting, to up to 700 students a week. She also helped organize the district's teachers union, eventually serving as its president. When she retired in 2014, she received the key to the Village of Justice. She works in acrylics and continues to paint in retirement. Nancy will read a piece about generosity, kindness, and donating books. Wait, bring this over here and hold it.
And this is my prop.
Yeah, pull it back a little bit. Pull it back. You're
Back.
yeah, back.
Yep, back.
A little more this way.
This way.
There, that's good. Thank you.
Do you want
Awesome.
me to put this on the?
Yes, that's
Yes, that's really good.
This is my talent. But I promised my husband I would read. I'm not a writer. When I was in high school, I was told I didn't know the English language. So it's a small town tradition of caring. Edward, my husband, belongs to a group of authors who support each other called Right On Joliet. Years ago, Edward would state he was the ruthless dictator, allowing his alter ego to tell wild stories. His title, the Steward of Tara. Edward worked in newspaper delivery his entire life. He entertained workers by telling strange stories while he stuffed newspapers. After listening to Edward, Denise knew Edward wanted to be famous and asked Edward if she could put him in her Brian series as a minor character. Of course, Edward became the first Irish vampire. If you ask Edward, the series is all about him. Denise donates her books to many libraries, especially libraries in small towns. Her story took place in a small town, Munsonville, an imaginary town. Edward was asked to write a backstory for his character. Being dyslexic, Edward did not know if he would be able to write a book. After a year, Ruthless was written and published. I thought it would be a good idea to donate Ruthless to the same libraries that Denise donates hers to. One small town library Denise donated her books to was Bessville. I decided to visit Bessville. I drove for 3 hours. I drove to Bessville, seeing the town. I felt like I was in Munsonville. The downtown was about 2.5 blocks long. I had lunch at a quaint restaurant. I spoke to a few people and they were telling me that their families lived in the area for many, many, many years. I found the library building. It looked to be more than 100 years old. You could tell they renovated the building recently. As I walked into the library, Mr. Streeter said, "Good day, may I help you?" I'm Mr. Streeter, the librarian. "Nice to meet you, Mr. Streeter. I would like to ask you a few questions about a series you have in your library," he said. "Okay. I was wondering about the Binary series that was donated to you. Do you have it? And has it been taken out and read?" Mr. Streeter said, "We have 3 book clubs. The entire series was read by each book club and discussed." I was very pleased. I said, "Just a minute." I went to the first book of the series, got it off the shelf, and opened it to page 193. I'm Mrs. Calkins, and this is a picture of my husband. Mr. Streeter said, "I remember the character from the readings. Do you mean you're married to Mr. Calkins?" I said, "Yes, I am." Mr. Streeter said, "Just a minute, I'll be right back." As Mr. Streeter came from the back office, a police officer walked into the library. Mr. Streeter said, "Hi, Officer Sutton. this is the lady I was talking to you about. I'm concerned about her sanity and her safety. She believes she's married to the character, Mr. Calkins, in this book. I dreamt that. So I had to write. And I had no clue what Edward was writing, what he was going to read today.
That's good.
Okay, let me take this down.
The painting is beautiful.
Thank you. That was really
Yes, this is what I do. I do paintings and over COVID, I sold paintings, I did book covers. It's amazing what I did, and I was sitting in my house and I
Yeah.
Yes, it's.
Nancy,
Thank you. Yes.
Nancy created the cover for our next town town.
Oh, wow.
She also did letters to town.
Yes.
And that cover for the next anthology is awesome.
Thank you.
When is it coming out?
Well, we have to now create a cover and upload it now finally and get a proof back, and we'll have to go through the proof, but we will have it in time for the party, first Thursday.
When?
First Thursday in December.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh, good.